I also just finished Tower of Dawn. The first half of it kind of dragged. In general, it just felt really long. But then the second half of the book was so good. Like pretty much everything part 2 on. I love the Ruck Riders. I want to be one. I really liked that storyline. Nesrin and all the things that they uncovered was so unexpected. My jaw was on the floor, but I feel like the characters didn't give as big of a reaction as I wanted. I wasn't like super happy near the ending with Cole and Urine. It made most of the book feel like it didn't matter, and that was like so frustrating. And I understand like the deeper meaning or like the importance and stuff, but I was just like, are you kidding? We just went through all of this just for like this to be how it ends up. That was just like so frustrating. Generally, I like Cole. Like, I know a lot of people don't. He was kind of frustrating, but overall, like, I don't mind him as a character. I appreciated his growth, but his character arc was like very predictable. I ended up giving it a 4.5 just because of like the first half. If the whole book had been more like the second half, probably would have been a 5 like the rest of them, but for right now, it's a 4.5. Back to Empire of Storms, like, I feel like when I first finished it, I just didn't know what to say because so much happened. Now I'm like still feeling like that. I like how in Empire of Storms, so many of the side characters became so much more important, or we learned so much more about them. I also love Manon and support witches' rights and wrongs, and I think that she is a great character, and I just really love her. Aelin and Lorcan story was not my favorite. They're not my favorite characters. I think she is annoying, and I think he is like terrible. So anytime they would come up, I was just kind of like, ugh. However, it frustrates me in these books how Aelin is just like able to be a master manipulator behind all of these things, and like no one knows, and somehow it all works out. Like, that is the most unbelievable part. If she had help coming up with some of these plans, I think it would be a little more believable, but her just like on her own being able to do all this, I'm like, okay. All in all, love doing it as a tandem. Super glad I read it this way. I don't think I would have been as engaged in Tower of Dawn or read it as quickly if I read them separately. The way the chapters are split up for the tandem makes reading them side by side really cool, because when things happen in one book, characters in the other book find out, and it's like it just is happening all at the same time, and it makes for a really enjoyable overarching story and read.